Yura, hello. My name is Isiah Hippisley, a proud Pita man, and I pay my respects to the ancestors, elders, past, present, and emerging, who strengthens and guides us, continually nurtures us, and inspires us to be future custodians of this land. Now sit back, enjoy, and why don't you listen on into a bit of a yarn.
It's crazy.
So there's something that you touched on very briefly. School and people saying stuff to you. Was that normal? Was that something that happened during your school? And then especially not to mention what you went through at a young age.
No, my school life was amazing. Like I can't rip on it at all. I had a group of friends. And then I don't know, like I wasn't bullied or anything like that. But just like when I started the gym, you have a few off comments and people laughing like, you're skinny, why do you do this? And it just threw fuel in the fire. And it wasn't like this one individual thing that they said. Obviously, the thigh gap thing, that really stuck to me. But other than that...
Crazy, hey?
Like that...
One comment.
Yeah, bro.
It's still to this day.
Year 9. I've been out of school for like 3-4 years,
and we're
bro.
still here talking about it.
Yeah, bro.
It just goes to show the impact of voice.
It's crazy. And that's another thing too, is you got to be careful what you say, bro. Because he... would have no idea he said that. I don't hold a grudge to him personally, but I'm glad he said that because I wouldn't have made a change. And it almost makes me feel terribly guilty for school because almost anything I said was negative and rude. Like if I seen someone fat, I would, you fat. I'd try and degrade them. Yeah, right. And that's why I tried to steer towards Treay rather than Jye and change identities.
Do you think that was from what you were going through, an expression of what you were going through?
Nah, that I feel like that's a easy way to get out of saying you were an arsehole. You know what's right and wrong. Yeah. I knew what I was saying was wrong. It wasn't like, my dad died, you're fucking fat. Yeah. There's no excuse. If you're a prick, don't blame it on anything else. Yeah. I think I was so insecure with myself and I hated how I looked and I always had to project like I was this big tough guy because I wasn't. I was 58 kilos soaking wet,
I'm the man.
I had to force people to believe that I was the man because I wasn't. Yeah. And then now, even wearing an oversized tee and I could never go out in public wearing anything that made me look small. I'd have to wear something tight and, you know what I mean? Yeah. But now I'm just so confident in what I'm doing, how I'm look. I'm just you do you. Someone says something to me, cool, bro, fuck off. Yeah. And I don't even think of saying anything negative to people. One, because that's just not who I am anymore. Yeah. And two, it serves no purpose, bro. It's just a waste of time. Yeah. But I'd bash my high school self, bro. I hated him. Hated him so much. Is this water or Coke?
Yeah, that's water. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So is that why you've run with Treay instead of Jye?
That's exactly why. Well, one, my father's name, Michael John Treay. My name's Jye John Treay. And when I started social media, my TikTok name was Treay Fit. And then I changed...
Oh my God, I remember that.
Changed it to Treay Flex. And then I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm just go Treay. Yeah. And then, I started progressing on that. And I liked who people saw Treay for. If you go to someone, do you know Treay? What do you think of him? Yeah. It's going
he's a gym influencer.
It's going to be positive. Yeah. But if you go to someone from my school and you remember Jye Treay, even teachers, they're like, I remember him. Yeah. It ain't good. No, exactly. There's the whole identity thing. Yeah. And now, it's fine. I don't mind because if I wasn't Jye, I wouldn't become Treay. Yeah. So I don't mind putting that out there. Yeah. But for a long time, I 4 years, bro, no one knew my first name.
And I think, and I remember very, very, vividly seeing a video where you were like, guys, my name's not Treay. Yeah, yeah. And I was like, well, what? Well, hold up a minute, hold up. And same thing, I was like, no way,
it's nuts.
The fact that you kind of have these two different identities almost, and you've built one up to kind of almost compensate for the other one.
Yeah, man.
If you could say
overcompensate. Yeah. I was such an asshole that I made a switch. Yeah. I want to go. My end goal with everything. Obviously, I own a gym, things like that, travel. But I want to go back to schools and talk. Yeah. I want to get in front of assembly and talk to the what you're doing, the youth. Yeah. I love the youth work. Yeah. And I want to talk to kids. I want to go back to my high school and be like, I used to be here. I wouldn't swear, but I was a cunt, and now I'm not. Yeah.
You gotta,
But it's all mindset. That's why I do my motivational talks because you can go to the gym, but you can still be an asshole. There's so many people in the gym with an ego. But to get bigger and suppress your ego at the same time, I feel like that's a fucking superpower.
And not only to suppress your ego, but know when to use it in the right ways. Because a lot of people could be in your position and be like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I've got the car and I'm better than you and I'm better than you and rah rah rah.
Fuck that.
Which is essentially like a toxic ego. But exactly like you're saying yourself, like you're like, I want to give back. Like I'm in a position where I am so successful that I can bring my ego down to go talk to young people and go, hey bro, like I was where you were and I was, essentially doing worse than what you were doing or whatever that looks like. Yeah. And help young people get through that.
You do need the self-awareness of knowing where you are though. Like, although your ego's down, you do have to sit here and be like, I am the man. Yeah. Like, I am successful. 100. I'm proud of where I am. 100. I do have all these things. Yeah. But then it's not like to a point where I'm the man, so you're below me. Yeah. It's like, I'm the man because I'm the main character in my fucking life. Yeah. You're the man in yours.
I'm one of one.
You know what I mean? Like, no one's better than me because this is my life. Yeah. And you can sit there and be like, no one's better than you. And I respect that. Yeah. And you have to have that. You got to be like, I'm the main character in my fucking life. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of people, when they see that or when they hear that, they kind of beat themselves up, which is why they create hate. Yeah. Because it's like, oh, I don't have that mindset. Oh, he's a dickhead because he thinks like
that. He has this.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And I notice a lot of people, like there's so much stuff on George Washington and even Jordan Peterson.
Yeah,
he
Jordan
says,
Peterson.
Just be an animal. Like, be an animal.
And learn how to control. This is the thing too. Like, I'm a kind guy. Yeah. I'm really nice and polite when I am. Yeah. And when I'm not, I'm not. Yeah. Like, I have anger. Like, I would love to knock you the fuck out if you said something about bro. You know, like, I'm human.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I always wanted to be strong and be able to fuck people up and choose not to. Like, if I got in a fight, I'd want the ability to win. Yeah. Right?
You want to know.
I want to know that I'm going to win, but I choose not to fight because there's no point. Yeah. But if it came to that, like, bro, if we walked down the street and someone wanted to fight, I know we're safe. Yeah.
Well, good.
But it's not like I don't want to fight because I know I'm going to lose.
You're not walking around looking for a
Exactly.
Fight. Yeah.
But I know we're safe. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, like, even just anything, bro. Like, people do take kindness for weakness. Like, they will throw an off comment. Yeah. It's like, I know I'm an influencer and things like that, but like, I could hurt you. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, you know, good. Like I know I'm nice, but I still have emotions. Like, you call Brielle some names, like, I'll fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll fuck you up. Yeah. It's, you gotta force yourself to say no because you want to, not because you have no other choice. And it's the same with having kids, bro. Like, when I have kids, I want to be so fucking rich that when they ask for something, I say no, not because I can't afford it, because I'm teaching them something. Yeah. Like, my mum had to say no because there was no other option. Yeah. You know, hey, Dad, I want this phone. No. Yeah. I didn't have that. No. I can buy you 10. Yeah. You're not getting none. Yeah. You got to work for that. Exactly. Yeah. I want the options.
So, again, very, very briefly, you just touched on your partner. I would love to get...
Oh, yeah, Breezy. So, she's a mad bitch.
So, mad.
She's fucking sick, man.
So, I've seen, like, you guys on social media and things like that.
Yeah.
Tell us a story. What happened? Was it love at first sight? Was it?
Yeah, for her.
Oh!
No, like, for me, like...
Hear that, Bree? Hear that?
No, I thought that she was too good for me. That's the thing. Wow. I was like, tonight's too good that it's bullshit. And so anyway, I played footy with her brother for like 5 years. I played rugby league for like 11 years. Yeah. And Adam, I played footy with him. So she would come to our games. She would play for the Knights as well. And she was really into the footy scene. She knew who I was, but she didn't really fuck with me because... I don't know, I was an ugly kid. And then, like, I hit her up and, you know, she was a pretty girl around town. And I was like, ain't no way she's going to reply. She did. And we started chatting back and forth. I was like, yo, you want to hang out? She's like, yeah. You know how they just like, whatever.
Maybe.
Eventually we did. And then first date was fucking weird. I was a dickhead, bro. I took her to this really nice lookout. But to get there, you have to go through this bush trail. And I'm like, bro, like, she probably thinks...
On the first date.
But no, it was like 9 o'clock at night, pitch black, and we're going through this bush trail. And I'm like, she thinks I'm gonna fucking kill her. We got to the lookout. It was sick and whatever. Like I made her feel comfortable. Then we went for a drive back to Terrigal, and we laid in the back of the wagon. And we played Uno, and we ended up falling asleep until like fucking 2, 3 a.m.
Wow.
Brel's mum was blowing up a phone, took her home. And then Brel said to her mum when she walked in, I think I love him. Like
No way.
And then I went home and I fell asleep and I woke up and I was like, not to be cheesy, but like, was that a dream? Yeah. Like, I've always wanted to hang out with you. That night just went so fucking smooth. Like, it's bullshit. Yeah. And I didn't want to overexcite myself and set it up for failure. Then we kept hanging out, whatever, and, you know, caught a vibe. And 3.5 years later, whatever it is, we're here.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So, do you find it, and again, you don't have to talk about
of course
you're uncomfortable about, but do you find it hard to manage a relationship and be in this space?
If Brel and I broke up and I had to get another girlfriend, I wouldn't. Yeah. Because it would be hard to manage. Yeah. So Brielle, that's why I say Brielle's a mad bitch, because she is. Like right now she's at home literally cleaning the house. Yeah. Like from her own will. She wants to. She cooks, she cleans. Like life would be a fucking shit without her. Waifu material, right? She is. She really fucking is. Yeah. But the only reason why our relationship works, because I spend no time with her, is because she understands what I'm doing. Yeah. So when we first got together for that 12 months, like I was doing social media, but I wasn't like balls to the wall with it. She knew I wanted to do it, whatever. But I still could give her attention, the lovey-dovey stage, the honeymoon, watching movies, wasting time pretty much. Yeah. And then after 12 months, I was like, bitch, pause. Yeah. Give me 5 years. We'll come back and relax on our yacht. You know what I mean? That. Like I got shit to do. Yeah. And if she was like, oh, watch a movie with me, you're always editing. If she was crying and complaining, I'd be like, fuck off. Yeah. Like you're like a weight on my ankle and I'm trying to walk to this success and you're just dragging me behind. Yeah. And I would have just cut her loose. But she stayed. And then she jumped on social media as well and she blew up and we kind of just...
doing it together.
Yeah, bro.
Dream team.
That's it. Like she really is. She's my fucking best friend. Yeah. And then awesome, we fuck too. So just, hey, it's a bonus.
It's a win-win.
Yeah. Nah, she's great, bro. Like people come up to me and be like, hey, bro, advice. Like I'm talking to this girl and I'm like, stop talking. Yeah. Don't waste your time. Yeah. Get rich, get successful, and then think. Bro, they're a waste of time, bro. They are.
I love that. And like, that's something that I talk to a lot of youth about.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, like, I like it. Like, I've got young Aboriginal boys that want to be NRL.
Yeah.
Top NRL.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, oh, like, I'm talking to this girl, right? And I'm like, cut ties.
Fuck her off.
Like, the only thing, unless she's going to stick by your side and push you to do more work.
Yeah. As long as you put yourself first. Like if you're going to talk to a chick, that's fine. Yeah. But if you set yourself, like, I have to work X amount of days, I need these amount of content. And if you say to her, hey, we can't hang out because I need to get this done. Yeah. And she says... don't get that done and come here, fuck her off.
That's it.
Like you tell her, like, I'm first. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And with Brielle, she knows that I put myself first in best interest of her. So I have to put myself above her to get shit done. Exactly. Yeah. So in 5-6 years time, oh, you want a Lamborghini? Yeah. Boom, here's the keys.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But if you take my time to watch the fucking Lorax and sit around doing nothing, don't expect shit. Yeah. Like this is all we're going to have. Yeah. You've just capped it because you're being selfish now. Yeah. So let me run free. Yeah. Bro, she knows that I'm not out cheated. If I say to her, it's 10 o'clock at night, I'm going to go shoot content. She knows I'm shooting content. I'm not going over to some sleazebag's house to fuck. Yeah. Like, I'm getting shit done. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. It's hard to find girls that...
It is, bro.
Because understand
the attention and as you know, the time, not in a negative way, but
no,
the stuff that the attention and the time and the relationship and all of these things that it takes to build a relationship is a lot.
You need to do it.
You have to do it.
You got to build that foundation.
But when you're in this position, like, there ain't no time to stop.
Nah.
Like, I say that to my partner now, like, Saturday, Trey's coming over all day. Bye.
Did she just leave before?
Yeah. Right? So it's like, I got to do this exactly like I say this all the time. Give me 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years, we're good.
We're set.
5 years,
we are set. Yeah, I'm grinding. It's not like I'm rich and you're watching me.
Yeah.
We.
Yeah.
Like,
we're doing this together.
I'm selfish in best interest of us.
Yeah. 100%.
But a lot of people, a lot of girls, not saying, but normally the guy is the one that's trying to grind more because we're meant to provide. And they just don't get that.
Yeah.
And I feel like too, like as a man, if Brielle and I were to break up and I'd get another girlfriend, one, I wouldn't do it because it's a waste of time for me. And two, it's unfair on the girl because you're not going to give her their time. And you do need to tell them that you love them and show them affection, but you're also going to be like, fuck off. Like I'm working.
I've got stuff to do.
Yeah. So it's almost selfish at the start. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm very grateful. Brielle and I got together when I was broke, skinny, and had no social media. Yeah. And then we've literally done it all together.
Yeah, you build this foundation together.
Exactly. And I know Shane here for shit.
Yeah.
She's there. You're there because you want to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, which is so awesome.
And that's another thing too, bro. So like Brielle has her own money. Yeah. Like she makes good money. Yeah. If she wants to leave, I'm not stopping her.
That's your decision.
We don't have bank accounts together. Mm-hmm. Like she could move to fucking Dubai if she wanted to. Yeah. Goodbye. Yeah. Like there is no, I'm going to get rich so you're sitting around waiting for me to get rich. You know what I mean? You're also making your money. Yeah. You also have clout. Yeah. You're not here for nothing. Like, yeah, of course. You know, and I like that. I like that she chooses to be here, not she feels forced to be here. I
love that, man. And that's what creates such a healthy relationship. When you want to be there and she wants to be there. It's not this, I'm trying to drag this relationship.
Not a one way.
Yeah, bro. Like, that's draining for one. Ugh. Two, it's mentally draining. You flatten out so fast, and you don't get anything done. No, because you're constantly like, oh, but she, this, her, that. Like
you're thinking of her.
Yeah.
Like if you that's what I made a video the other night. You got to learn how to be alone, become a strong individual. Because if you're in a relationship where you're holding back on your potential because you have to think for two people, bro, that's just draining. It's like you do you, I'm gonna do me. When we have time, we'll come together.
I've got enough to think
like
about.
Exactly. I don't want to deal with your shit.
Yeah,
like
literally.
You know.
So when again, I seen that video last night. Which is so dope, by the way. So mad credits.
Thanks, bro.
What is your? And I know you briefly touched on it, but what's your advice for that?
Becoming alone.
Yeah, or just doing it. Like how do you find peace in loneliness? How do you do that? Or how have you done that?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like really good friends with myself. Like sometimes I walk past a mirror and I'll fucking fist bump myself. I'm like,
yo, that's gay.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
hype, man.
I don't know. I really like who I am, and I really like what I'm doing, who I'm becoming. Yeah. And I look in the mirror and
yourself.
I can say like, you're a good man. Yeah. Like and then like before I go for a run, I'll look in the mirror and I'll be like, I know you don't want to do this. I don't want to do this either, but we're going to fuck shit up.
We're going to do it.
You know, I don't know. It was never like I used to look in the mirror and be like, you skinny piece of shit. And I would always talk negative on myself. Yeah. And you just got to one, realize that it's beneficial. So for the first, I don't know, month being alone, you're going to feel like shit, whatever. And then you'll start getting used to it. Yeah. And then it'll get easier. And then you become your own hype man. And then, you know what I mean?
Bro.
Like you just, it's a progress thing. And sometimes it's quicker for others, longer for whatever. But at the end of the day, it's beneficial for everyone. And like, I cannot stress enough. Like if you just come out of school and you're trying to hold friends because they're your school friends and you feel like you have to, bro, if you're like trying to force it, cut ties, bro. Yeah, bro. Like focus on you, you know.
It's so true, man. Like, and that's something I really, really like. I love that. I love that loving yourself in a healthy way, motivating yourself instead of being like
no cockiness, no ego.
Yeah, but it's like, you know what? Like, I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
Like, good job. Because it's so easy to see the negatives.
Facts.
Bro, that's the easiest thing in life to do is look at the negatives and look at the hard shit you're going through. The thing that takes not only personal growth but time and kind of like a relationship with yourself is learning how to pick yourself up.
Yeah,
and learning how to go, you know what? You just did that.
Yeah.
Like, fucking hype yourself up. Like,
but a lot of people don't. Like a lot of people can't look in the mirror and say that they're proud of themselves.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is gonna be touchy, like a touchy subject, but like body positivity.
Yeah.
So like if you're fat and you're looking in the mirror like, oh, you look gorgeous. And you're only telling yourself that because you're actually bro, it's okay to look in the mirror and be like, you've let yourself go. Yeah. It's okay to look in the mirror and be like, you're fucking skinny. Yeah. Because then that almost bases a ground to make a change. Yeah. If you look in the mirror, you fucking hate yourself, but you convince yourself you love it, you're not going to change. Yeah. Like me looking in the mirror and being like, you are so fucking skinny, bro. You want to get big. Let's get it done. Now allows me to look in the mirror and be like, few years ago, we're looking at the same dude, and I am proud of you because I know what you went through to get here. It wasn't just like, I'm proud of you because I look good.
Yeah.
I actually went through shit to get where I am.
And I think exactly like you're right, like touching on that, there's a massive difference between if someone, for example, if someone is like fat or obese.
Yeah.
And they're like trying to convince themselves that they look good, but they want to look different.
Yeah.
That's a big issue. Like, go to yourself and be like, you know what? I'm not happy with how I look right now. I'm going to change. Or you want to be skinny, be proud of yourself because you're skinny. But for fellas like us, and we're like, bro, I just want to be
jacked. Yeah.
I got to look at myself and be like, you know what? I'm not there. So let's keep going.
It's that self-awareness, bro.
Yeah,
and it's okay. Like, it's okay to know that you're in a shit position.
Yeah.
And like, I stress this to people as well. Like, you want to become a content creator, but you don't want to start because you're too skinny or you're too fat. Do you know what people would fucking love to watch? 12 months. You're fat. You're a fat fuck at the start of the year. Yeah. And you'd be like, follow me and watch me December 31st. I'm going to be shredded. Yeah. And you show them the process. And you almost say, fuck you to those that were laughing at you fat. Like, you're doing so much at once. You're inspiring people. You're showing that it's possible. People are following your journey. You're looking better. You're making self-progress. Like, people want to see you go from a piece of shit to rich.
And so many people admire
They
that.
love it.
They're like, what? Like,
if he can do it, why the fuck can't I?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Man, literally.
But
or like, you get followers and people that like, the people that are hating. And the people that are like, oh, you know what? Like, you're too fat, you're too whatever. And they're like, oh, like shit. Like, I was wrong, man. Like,
facts. They're like, you make them swallow their words.
Yeah, literally. So, thank you for everybody to listening on Into the Yarning Circle. And make sure to share, comment, subscribe, and like. And if you're wanting to watch the visual side of this podcast, make sure to hit Isiah.Hippisley at youtube.com.